Hey guys, good morning. So for today, you're going to actually receive your last three comma rules, most of which are pretty simple, especially the very last one. But I wanted to make sure to go over these with you. Remember, as I go over these, take notes, whether that means you need to pause the screen in order to write what's on the slides, whatever it is that you need to do, make sure you're taking these notes. It'll help with your test. Your test will be on next Tuesday. So you're going to need to make sure to study and you know all of these rules. It will be very similar to the pretest that you completed. You'll need to make sure to check Plan Book to know that you are following the specific directions to take this test. It's a little different than your average test. So on the PowerPoint, so the first one you're going to go over is Rule 11. This is when you're putting a comma between two different adjectives modifying the same noun. Pretty much this just means you're describing a noun with two different describing words, which are adjectives. The example they gave you is, I saw a big, mean duck when I went running. The two adjectives that modify the noun of duck are big and mean. Therefore, they need a comma. The way to make sure that you know when and when not to put a comma between the two adjectives modifying the noun is by asking yourself two simple questions. Does the sentence still make sense if you reverse the order of the words? So I saw a mean big duck when I went running. So yes, it still makes sense. And the second question, does the sentence still make sense if you insert and between the words? I saw a big and mean duck when I went running. Yes, it still makes sense. Therefore, if it says big mean or mean big, you would need a comma. So that's Rule 11. Again, if you need to, pause this video so that you can get these notes down for yourself. Rule 12. Okay, this one is all about offsetting negation. Negation is pretty much putting a negative spin on a sentence. For example, I saw a duck, not a baby seal, when I went running. The not part is your negation. So not a baby seal makes it negate on everything else that's being said. Whether the negation is in the middle or the end of the sentence, you will still need a comma. So for example, I saw the baby seal, not a duck. Not a duck is your negation, comes at the end of the sentence, and there still needs to be a comma. And the other time you're going to use this is when there's a shift in the sentence or thought process. So the cloud looked like an animal, perhaps a baby seal. So that's your negation, the perhaps a baby seal. So that's Rule 12. Again, if you need to pause this to take your notes, do so. And then Rule 13. Very simple. You guys have been doing this one for a while. It's pretty much just where to put commas when you have a sequence greater than three numbers. So, for example, 10,000, you would have 10, 000. There's three numbers back here, so you need a comma. Same with this one. 1,000,000, 304,000, 687. Therefore, you have a comma between each of the three. You start on this side, count 3, 3, 3, very simple. The only times you wouldn't do this is when you're doing years and house numbers. But again, I'm going to tell you, make sure that you take notes on these and you have them ready to go to study. Once you're done with this, you will complete a worksheet, which is on Teams, over Rules 11 through 13. And then following that, you will go on to Freckle, and there are 4 different skills for you to complete on Freckle. They are number 21, 26, number 30, and 35. You will be receiving a grade for these, so make sure these are completed. If you have any questions, please let me know, and see you soon.